Hi everyone, Tiffany Paige with Green with Tiffany for evox Television, and I'm here with Angela Sun. She is an amazing filmmaker, and she just did this film called Plastic Paradise, and I just saw you on a panel, and how did you get involved in this medium?
Well, thanks, Tiffany. I got involved in this just because as a surfer, as a diver, a scuba diver, someone who's always been around the ocean and grew up around it, like I saw the actual effects of plastic in our environment and where I play, and so it was just a natural sort of progression. And when I heard about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, I felt like I just needed to know more. And when I did research, there wasn't anything on it. So I embarked on this crazy journey, and it's still continuing.
Yeah, I felt the same way when I found out about it. I kind of searched for information or pictures, and I didn't really find anything at the time. And so
there wasn't.
Yeah.
There wasn't. This has been a 7-year journey or so. So
wow,
it's been a lot of hard work, a lot of hardship and heartache, but you know, like they always say, like nothing worth anything doesn't come with a lot of sacrifice for gain. And so hopefully if, you know, we can reach audiences to give a better understanding and awareness of the situation and really to tell you what the plastic garbage patch is like, that would be amazing.
That would be amazing. I don't know how you do it all though. She's so accomplished. You're an award-winning journalist and now an award-winning documentary maker. How do you find time to fit this all into a schedule?
I just don't sleep, as you can see, the bags. No,
great.
I really don't sleep. I really like. I sleep on planes. I've mastered the art of sleeping on planes. I have like my little neck pillow, my earplugs, and then I have my little blindfold that says, "Are we there yet?" Actually, it was like in one of those like little kits that they give you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I sleep on planes. Really, that's kind of what I've been doing, but
because you're able to.
yeah, that's what I mean. I mastered the art of that. And, like you kind of stay up all night before, so you're super tired, and so you get on the plane and just like conk out. But
well, what was then the journey of this documentary? Of how was the shooting schedule and how long were you gone and what did that entail?
It kind of all depended. Like it depended. There was a certain tiny little window that we had to go and shoot this, and to kind of be on the cusp before anybody else got out there. I was out there way before a lot of the pictures surfaced, and there was no images or video of it, and this was in 2009 with what was happening on Midway.
That's when I found out about it, and I started searching.
Yeah, there wasn't anything out there, right? And so that was when we got the okay, but that took a lot of years of red tape, governmental red tape, filling out forms, because it became a marine monument, Papahanaumokuakea. I learned how to say that.
What does that mean? I will not be repeating that.
It's the Hawaiian word for it's actually the name of the marine monument that President Bush had declared it in 2006. And so basically that time frame for those 3 years, I had to, there was a lot of wrestling between all the governmental agencies to try to get clearance to get there. And so yeah, it was definitely a feat. And so that little window, we had to go and shoot it. I had about 10 days, but then coming back and compiling all of this footage, we learned that there was so much more to the story. And so really the documentary is not just what you see on the surface. We dig a lot deeper, which is I guess the metaphor for
the whole thing. Because I think people think that plastic, when they think about the 5 gyres, well, at least I did. I thought these big pieces of plastic sticking out of the ocean that you could actually see and visibly come and pick up. But it's not, as you'll discover.
And it's not even that, like that's already known knowledge, or for most people who are privy to this information or privy to the issue. But it's really about peeling back the layers of the onion, sort of examining how we got here from a historical standpoint, and also from the data and from where the state of where we are now and to where we may be going, but really just to kind of give more of a historical context into the whole thing. So it's a lot of research, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, I feel like a solo street team, like even coming to here and like giving out flyers and, you know, getting people like excited and everything. But it's been very encouraging to have people like you and to have evox and just so many partners in crime trying to spread awareness of the issue and share about it.
I must have been a fish in a past life or something, because I have such an affinity for the ocean. I mean, I love the beach, and it's shocking how many beach cleanups I've done and what I find on the beach. It just floors me, and they're just teeny little pieces.
I know, and when you're surfing or, you know, paddle boarding, and like I stand up paddle as well, I mean, you can literally see
it's hard to do
all of that stuff down there. And as a surfer, and I love traveling, so on my downtime when I do, like, I mean, everything I do is revolving around the water, whether it's frozen or if it's warm. I mean, I just climbed a glacier in Alaska for Labor Day just because I was like, I need to clear my
in all your free
head.
time.
I slept on the plane. Again, I slept on the plane.
You must have a good pillow.
I do. It's like memory foam pillow. I have the whole routine down, but we took the red eye and we had to get back in the morning to do more work. So it's kind of just a finding work-play balance in the whole thing, and you want to protect your home. And so if the playtime is out and outdoors, whether it be from a mountains perspective or from the sea, this is not just a coastal communities problem. Mm-hmm. It's the global issue, and it's about our mass consumption and plastic pollution. So it's working with different partners and figuring out solutions to that. So
it's important. I remember I was actually in a place, I don't remember, I travel a lot as well, and I checked out and I said, no bag please, and he said, why not? And I told him why plastic was bad, really in one sentence, but basically it involved the ocean, and he said, good thing I don't live near an ocean.
Right.
But he didn't, it wasn't in a snotty way, he really just was sincere about it. It was like, it wasn't his problem, but now people are realizing it's everyone's problem.
Yeah, it is everyone's problem, and we're seeing it the most remote places on Earth. And if you think about it, the way I brought this documentary together and kind of peeling back the different layers of the onion, from the historical standpoint, plastic was made to last forever. And if you think about it, every single piece of plastic that was ever created was made to last forever. And so if we can't see it, where did it go? It's somewhere on the planet. It doesn't break down. I mean, it doesn't disintegrate. So we have to think about these things. And I think just opening the awareness and starting the conversation is obviously the first point to further and take action and move it forward. But just even my job, I feel like, is to sort of spread the awareness of it and give these organizations and companies, industry, legislators, tools, a promotional sort of, not a promotional, I take that back, that's not what I meant, to give industry and organizations and legislators or people who are in legislation a tool to help understand the problem and really just break it down very simply, no pun intended, but just break it down very simply where it's digestible by the masses, because there's a lot of sort of myths and questions about it still.
Yeah, and statistics and everything, but if you just really just
I don't need to be a scientist to know that when I see the wildest of animals have plastic in them, and to wonder what we're doing to our environment. And if you think about it, just even the thought of it, because it's so ubiquitous and such a wonderful, fantastic plastic material, we don't even think about it, but every single day, honestly, like every hour, you probably touch plastic. Plastic credit cards, polyester in your clothes, touching handles, card, or, like doors and pencils, pens, like everything is plastic.
So interwoven in our life.
Yeah, you don't even think about it. And so it's just starting that conversation that I'm hoping to do with the film.
And how was it when you were filming? I mean, I would just think it would be so heartbreaking to see some of the things you might have seen.
It was heartbreaking. It definitely was, especially out being in Midway and then seeing these guys, and they're not callous about it. It's just more of like, well, this is fact, this is life. They're picking up all these dead baby chicks, and there's just a pile of them, and it smells putrid. It's absolutely disgusting and gross, because just the smell of sort of rotting feathers and bones and everything. And then to see like the remnants of it, and to see just, it's not you see the skeletons of birds, but you see just the lumps of plastic, and that's how you can tell where there was a bird. So the remains are, the plastic remains in a little lump, but it's not, and with like some bones, but those other remains, bones and feathers, just break down, and
that breaks down, and the plastic is yet still there, even though it's been through a living thing, digestion, and then it's still there.
Right. So, I mean, but really the film dives in a lot more. So we came back from shooting that, and it wasn't just the 10 days, it was another 3 years tacked on. So it was a lot of 3 years of filming, and because I work on different projects, and I work in sports and also in hosting.
She's a sports girl.
Go Niners! Because I work in those worlds, sometimes my other projects will take precedent, but it's always back to the passion project, which is, this is what I love. I mean, this is the ocean, I just can just go there by the beach and just smile. And like if I'm having a bad day, I'll go run and catch the sunset, and it just makes everything so much better. So
I said if I ever have a child, I want to name them Ocean.
I actually know people named Ocean.
I do too, and I think it could be a unisex name. And my boyfriend says, no way. So we've agreed on a middle name. That'll be
That's cute. I love it.
So now it's touring on film festival circuits everywhere.
Yep. So
And
we've won 4 awards thus far, which is very exciting. And we keep adding, this is actually almost, there's more festivals.
I have one too, I brought it too.
That haven't been added in yet, but doing the whole circuit, which is crazy, and I'm learning how much support and what a team effort it is. And I've been so grateful and thankful for the support of a lot of friends, a lot of family, a lot of industry colleagues who have been helping promote it and share about it.
I will promote and share as well.
Thank you.
And I'm coming to a screening.
Yay!
Very
I love
excited
it.
about that. Well, speaking of the screening, we have a trailer to show you as well. I got all misty-eyed when I saw it, so it's a little heartbreaking, but not so much that you don't want to watch it. So you definitely want to see it.
We don't want to give away too much of the documentary, but it doesn't leave you, it's not one of those gloom and doom things, and that's really the messaging behind it. I really want to be able to inspire, but also, you know, I look at it from a layperson's perspective, and I'm like, if I was a kid playing Xbox in Oklahoma, why would I want to watch this? And because I work in television, in producing, and also on camera as a host, like I feel like, I don't know, it was a little bit of a civic duty if you have the skill set to do something like this, but you have the know-how of how to cater towards different audiences. And so for me, every time I went out to shoot in the field, I was thinking, why would I want to be watching this unless I'm like if I have video games I need to play. I need to play my World of Warcraft or whatever, you know? So how do we empower those young people? So having the response of young people and their enthusiasm. Spoke to this Girl Scout troop, and they were all about like creating change. They're going to go make an online petition, and they want to have a screening and
so great.
Raise funds for all these great organizations like Plastic Pollution Coalition and Five Gyres and such. So that to me is the biggest reward. I mean, it doesn't matter whatever accolades you get, whatever film festivals are in our titles, but it's our youth and our, gosh, I feel old. Our youth and the millennials.
You're having a birthday soon.
I am still in the millennial bracket, so just having that enthusiasm really is that encouragement, because it is stinking hard. It is hard to make a film. I don't recommend it for anyone who wants to I don't know. It's just not. I mean, people who think it's easy. It took 7 years, and that's exactly why I didn't want to go into documentaries. I'm like, I host TV shows. I just sports broadcasting. That's cool, but it's one of the hardest things I've ever done, but one of the most rewarding things. And just seeing those little faces light up and speak about change it just melts me.
Well, we're so happy you did, and that you inspire young people to hopefully, raise awareness, but also come up with solutions, because that's what we really need.
Awesome. Well, you guys all check it out soon.
Absolutely.
And you can learn how to bring it to a theater near you as well. So we are partnering with Tug, which is sort of a theatrical release on demand service. And so if you go onto the website, it shows you how to host a screening and also tells you the screening schedules for our film festivals. And we're all up in the social media, so it's
all up in the social
at
media.
Plastic P Dice is where we're on Twitter and on Facebook, and then we've been using the hashtag PPGP2. So hashtag Plastic Pollutes. No, but we use that. We do use the hashtag PPGP2. If you guys want to join in the conversation in Instagram and Twitter, that's what we'll look up, so then we can connect you and see what you're doing too, and it'll be lots of fun. We're gonna have a social media campaign soon.
That's great. Someone on Twitter actually asked me, he said, what about plastic in India? Mm-hmm. So I said,
There's
start the movement.
Yeah.
And he said he would send the details, so I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you have to do it with the Justin Timberlake
I've never even seen
Jimmy
this before.
Fallon thing. You do the hashtag good times, hashtag South by Southwest ego, woo! Hashtag green with Tiff.
Thank you so much, Angela. It's such a pleasure to
For
meet you,
sure.
and thank you for all you do.
Of course. It was nice to meet you too, and thanks for having me. And hashtag evox.
Absolutely.